Got some Halloween decorations still. Man, look at the sky today.
This morning. There was a beautiful sunrise though. My abs feel like they're getting stronger, I think. On the tapes. Oh, you're talking about.
Can you please open there?
Rainier is totally flipping out this morning. He's having a hard morning. I am too. I'm feeding him some roast beef, which he doesn't really like. He really likes these sweet potato things. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to give him one bite of roast beef, and then if you eat the roast beef, you get the potato, but he's like freaking out. He just stopped. Okay, this first, and then I'll give you potato. Okay. Now you get the potato. Yeah, I know. That's how I feel on the inside, but too embarrassed to show it like that. Good job, you ate it. Now you can have your potato. Good job. And you eat this, and then you get another piece of potato. Meat first. Good job! Now you get the potato. What you didn't see is that he's been screaming for like 20 minutes, but he, I think, got some of it out of his system, and now you're eating like a civilized human being. Hello. You finished your steak. Yeah. Now you get potatoes. Yay! I've been doing a grief recovery meeting with a friend of mine, Julia. This is the book that we've been working through, and I've done this twice now. I'm on my second go around of this, and you basically you pick someone that you need to work through some grief and loss with. You read the book the first time through, so it takes a lot longer the first time you do it. The book's like really good. I really like their philosophy on grief and loss. I also like that it's not a religious based book, because I think then it can help more people that way. The first time you go through it, you do a loss graph. So I just used this paper and wrote out basically from birth to present all the areas in my life that I have felt loss. The second step is to write out a loss graph specifically with the person you've chosen that you need to work that through. Now, you're not working with that person, you're working with someone else, and you're just doing this on your own, because I believe that you can work through grief and loss and resentment and forgiveness without having to actually talk to the person. And oftentimes you can't talk to the person because they don't want the same thing you do. One thing that I forgot to say is oftentimes these people in your life are going to be your foundational relationships. So parents, siblings, caretakers, that kind of thing. The third step is writing out more of a list of kind of three things. The first thing, what you want to apologize to the person for. The second thing is what you want to forgive the person for. And the third thing is just sentimental, emotional statements you want to say to the person. I'm on the last step and I'm going to be doing this with Julia today, is writing out a letter that has all the things that you listed out, that you, like kind of a letter format: apologies, forgiveness, and sentimental statements. And it's kind of an emotional, not kind of, it is an emotional process to go through. I think it was the hardest for me to do the first part. I mean, the first time I went through it. The second time I went through it was hard, but not as hard, maybe because I'm like kind of used to this process now. But I've noticed that the first person I did my work on, that I'm starting to feel just better about that relationship, even though I've had no communication to that person about it. This has been my own work that I've done by myself. So today I'm reading the letter to Julia that's for this person, but I'm reading it to Julia as if she was this person. One of the most impactful things to me is in the letter at the very end, it's really important for you to like end it a certain way. And one of the things I chose to do, and they suggested that you can do this, is to say goodbye blank. So you're saying goodbye to the relationship you wish you had with this person, and goodbye to how they've hurt you, because you've like worked through that stuff. And it's pretty hard and pretty crazy to do that, but it's also really freeing. I'm not stuck in, oh, I just wish it could have been this way, and why did they do this? And I'm able to move on past that. And my hope is that I can actually, these people are still living, so my hope is that by working through this stuff, I'm going to be able to have a better relationship with them on my side.
Memory got back from her last pottery class today, and she made this cool thing for Filia, and she made this ashtray for her mom and I. Look at that, it has little grooves for cigars.
That's pretty fun.
Oh, it says my name on the bottom. Pretty cool. Okay, it is time for Q&A. As you may have seen, this is lightning round Q&A because we have to go on our date, and Seven special requested that we keep the answers short because he says sometimes we get a little long-winded, and he actually has to edit quick tonight, so we'll help him out. Do you think we can do it in 30 seconds? I think we can.
Each one?
Yes.
Okay. The real Allison Hart asked, have you ever felt like you've been born in the wrong era? And if so, what era would you have been born into?
Yeah, sometimes. I feel like I have this like message about how there's not safety and security and hope in technology, and everyone seems so excited about access to information and Wikipedia and getting things faster and email. And sometimes I feel, or like even like air conditioning, how awesome that is for us. And sometimes I feel like 100 years ago, no one would be arguing with me and everyone would just know that. Dalari Smatos asks, 1, what is your favorite scripture, book, or story in the Bible, and why?
My favorite story is of the woman who touches Jesus's sandal, where she was really scared to, and but she ended up doing it, and he said, "Woman, your faith has made you well," and he cared about her. That's my favorite one.
And my favorite story, oh, I got time, is where the people were gonna stone the prostitute, and Jesus said, whoever has no sin, throw the first stone. Oh, got it.
E. McIntyre Brandt asks, Cammie, I've enjoyed seeing your boldness emerge more over the past year or so. Do you think that making the vlog has influenced these changes at all? Yes, definitely. I think making this vlog for the last 2 years has pushed me more to come out of my shell.
I think people don't remember or realize in the beginning, this was like really, really risky feeling for both of us, but especially you. For you to be on camera was like not natural. It was so against your personality and everything. Samantha Van Honk says, in which ways has your faith been influenced? And how do you hope to influence your kids' faith? Okay, that's like 2 questions. We believe that God has been super faithful to us and always like just showing us like one step ahead. And sometimes he's put people in our life that's helped us see that. And in that way, we hope to encourage and influence our kids just by showing them how awesome our faith has been for us and kind of like wooing them instead of scaring them or kind of like threatening them.
Holy Guacamole Batman says, Cammie, it seems like you're growing and evolving so much as a person. You seem to have more positive views on sex, your body, human sexuality, etc. What started all this? And do you feel like Ben and the rest of the family has been supportive? Yes, I feel like Ben has been super supportive and my kids. Ben, it's like been such a gradual thing for me. But I think it came from not settling for what I was believing before and just wanting to keep on growing.
Oh, there's 2 more questions. Okay, we don't. And Ben, how do you feel about all this change? I'd assume you love it, but is it intimidating to you in many ways? Yes, I love it. Not just because it's a better sex life, because a lot of these changes are sexual. I'm giving myself an extra 10 seconds.
Yeah, I actually want to hear this.
But I have been the biggest fan for Cammie to grow and change since day one. That's why we make this vlog, is because we want other people to grow and change. And I think I push myself that same way. So to see her actually grow and change is the most exciting thing for me ever. The fact that it's her sexuality is a plus for me. I think those are side benefits. That is actually probably the least of the benefits. Yes, sometimes it is intimidating to me because it steps over the comfort that we've developed in the ways and the roles that we've had. And that's scary sometimes, but it's always been better. A Wolf and Bug asks, what are your thoughts on pot? You know, I don't have a lot. My family had a lot of pot usage in it, so other family members of mine are very comfortable with it. I was not very comfortable with it. I've smoked pot 3 times, actually once was brownies, but I've never been able to get high. So I think I'm a little like emotionally like scared of it, but I don't mind the idea of it. There's the legality issue. I kind of want Cammie to smoke sometime, like if we're
I've never smoked.
In Seattle or someplace that's legal. Okay, this person wishes to remain anonymous, and it's like my favorite question of all time, but I'm still gonna give myself 30 seconds. What advice would you have for a wife who had a much higher sex drive than her husband? And while I would love to discuss with him, he has no desire to talk about it and normally gets defensive. I would say it's not your problem that he gets defensive. I would say it's your duty for yourself and for your marriage to continue to bring it up in not a nagging way and not an annoying way, if that's possible, but continually to push in that direction. Crap, I'm running out of time. Can I give an extra 10 seconds?
Yeah, that's an important question.
So maybe saying in a time that is like low pressure, hey husband, I really have something that's very difficult for me to talk to you about, but I feel like it's really important. Is there a way I can do this? Can I make you a nice meal and do this? And I'm not saying this because it's just the husband. I would say flip it on the flip side too. If there's something that a wife doesn't want to talk about, to say, hey, this is really important to me. Can we schedule this? And I'm gonna do whatever I can to make it as easy for you as possible. But giving up is selling you both short.
I don't know how to make this quick, so I'm just not gonna.
You know what? You deserve the extra time. You go for it.
I am, in this case, I'm the husband and he's the wife. Ben's persistence paid off in sometimes he didn't do it in a great way, and then there's other times he came to me in not a charged way, and he kept on coming to me and talking, trying to get the conversation started. So I would say don't give up.
Be patient. You have to be patient, but don't give up.
It took me, I mean, I wanted to grow at some point, but it took me years to get to the point where I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Okay, there was one more question about like the fireplace or paint or brick or something, and we just don't have time to move the camera around, so keep on asking it, sorry. Thank you for all your questions. By the time you're watching this, you'll be watching this on Friday, today is Wednesday. it will be the live stream on this Sunday. So this is the last vlog before the live stream. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We hope to see you guys there.
Yeah.
We've got to go. We have to pack tonight.
I know.
Okay, but it's time for our date night first. I'm really looking forward to this.
Me too.
Oh, man. All right.
that was awkward. Were you aiming for my lips?
I wasn't aiming.
All right.
All right, let's go. You ready?
Ready.
Here we go.